Hola mi gente, welcome to Act Daily. Today we are going to do Act Daily, which is 52 ways to stay present and live your values using acceptance and commitment therapy. Let's see what guidance you've been seeking today. Already one card came out. Okay. The two cards that came out that I'm going to be talking about is values and committed action. So values says get back on track. We all get off track sometimes. When we do, values can help us find our way back. Pay attention to cues that you might be off track with your values, such as regret or longing. Or maybe you're also experiencing that it's hard. When something is hard or causing you pain, then you're off track. You're off track. How have you acted in ways that are inconsistent with the life you want to live? Has every single action you've had been aligned with your values? Do you know what your values are? Have you sat down and figured out, like, concretely written them out? I think that's a great exercise to do if you haven't done it in a long time, because you'll be surprised. Maybe some of your values have shifted a little bit or changed, because as we grow and expand, our values also morph and expand. And it says here, how might you adjust course to get back on track today? So maybe start by writing those values down. And everything you say, do, choose, be, think, read, all those things should be aligned with your values. Gets you closer. That's one way to get you closer to that dream life. But when you're out of integrity, or you decide to do something that you know goes against your values, or you're a yes when you mean no, like, all of that is getting you off of your path. Like, each decision and each choice that you make that is not aligned with your values keeps taking you slightly off course, slightly off course. And before you know it, you're like way off course. So get back on track. If this is you and this is a message you needed to hear, please share in the comments and let us know what action you're going to take to get back on track. Like, journaling is also great. Journaling for a couple weeks and just seeing, like, what's the common thread, what's the pattern that you pick up, what are you noticing? When I do A, B happens, and when B happens, I feel C, and when I feel C, I do D, right? So that is just getting curious. It's not about judging yourself. It's not about being critical about yourself. It's just seeing it neutrally and going, what is the pattern and how can I shift it? Is it something that I am doing unconsciously, subconsciously? You know, because the subconscious is what's driving the machine, my friend. You think your brain is, but your subconscious actually is the one that is driving the show. So having awareness is huge, and you can't have awareness if you don't know your values. All right, so the other one is committed action. This is something that you can do that is going to get you into that forward progress that you've been looking for. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you've been feeling like it's a dead end, or it doesn't feel good, right? It's not sitting well with you. So it says here, our common humanity. I love that. Sometimes we feel alone with our suffering. Are you suffering? Do you feel alone, like nobody understands you? I do too. And I recognized when I spoke up about my suffering and my pain and my overwhelm and all the things that I think about myself and about a situation, I realized, hearing other people sharing theirs, I was just like, oh my gosh, just like me. Oh my gosh, just like me. And I realized I was not alone. So are you sharing your truths? And are you noticing and listening to the people around you too? Because you realize you are not alone in your suffering, my friend. It says, sometimes we feel alone with our suffering. This can leave us feeling disconnected from ourselves and others. Oh my gosh. Talk about getting on track. That is the first line of getting on track, is valuing yourself enough. Seeing that you have value, knowing and feeling that you are valuable, that you do matter. That is like gold right there. Recognizing that every human being struggles can help us feel a shared humanity with others who are suffering, and promotes understanding, forgiveness, and kindness. And the understanding, forgiveness, and kindness should start with you giving it to yourself. How can you extend compassion to yourself and others? By recognizing your common humanity. So what is it that you're going to do today? How are you going to lead with love to show and extend your compassionate, loving self? And like I said earlier, starting with yourself is key. So how are you going to show yourself compassion? Compassion and grace and forgiveness. Those are grace was the first thing that I really did for me to allow myself to be comfortable in my skin, because I needed to forgive myself, my younger version, and the version that's standing here today when I wasn't feeling good enough, wasn't feeling worthy, feeling like an imposter, like feeling broken, like nobody understood me, like a burden, like all these things I felt. And it's so interesting that the majority of people feel the same. Like, please, like, hit me in the comments and let me know, like, do you also feel the same? Make yourself seen. Like, give permission to yourself to be seen. That's the first step, right? Is like giving yourself permission to be seen and heard in all your light and all your shadow. That's the first step. It's just accepting that this is where you are right now. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. This is just where you are right now. And I'm hearing to remind you to not compare yourself to others. Like, you can never compare yourself to another person because they're on a different path, on a different journey than yours. They're on a different level of their journey. And it does a disservice to you, because then you start to feel lack, scarcity, not good enough, imposter syndrome. Start looking for the evidence of your greatness. Let's start there. Make a list of all the things that you've accomplished, all your wins. Make a list of 50 of things that you've accomplished in your lifetime that you are proud of. Moments that you were like, that was a freaking win. Riding a bike, learning how to ride a bike, learning how to tie your shoes by yourself, walking to school on your own, graduating on stage after being told that you weren't going to graduate with your class, what else? Yeah, having a baby, getting married, little things like going on that hike or rock climbing when you were scared and didn't want to. Like all these things, learning how to dance, all these things are wins. Write them down, post it somewhere you can see, and you could be like, yes, I am a badass. Look at all these things I've accomplished in my life. Why was I feeling not enough or not good enough? I can do anything I set my mind to. And that's who you are, my friends. Just remember, anything you say, do, and be should align with your values. Yeah? And then share compassion. Share compassion with yourself and others today. All right. If you like this reading, please subscribe, hit the like button, and also if you feel inclined, hit the bell so you get notified when these new posts come up. Till next time, my friends, be kind to yourself and others, lead with love, and spread joy. Peace out.